as well, because the CPI Liberation has said that the Modi government is responsible for the situation in Ladakh, going on to say that the sole responsibility lies with the Modi government for the situation in Ladakh, where protests demanding statehood for the Union Territory turned violent. Now, the statement being issued there saying demand for statehood have emerged from both Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, but the Union government turned a blind eye to the democratic aspirations of the people. That's a statement that has been issued. Let me go across to Tejshri for that update. Tejshri, because from the government sources, it is a completely different story, and they have also indicated that talks have been going on. The talks have been ongoing, a date had been scheduled as well, and yet the protests took a violent turn. So take us through the details of the politics around it and the government's response.
Well, absolutely. As soon as violence broke in Leh, then we saw that the political war of words and the blame game has begun. But as far as we talk about, as you were mentioning about the date of meeting, then it was October 6th when the meeting between the government and the officials was set to be was set to take place. But then it was also preponed. The talks were going on that the meeting could take place somewhere in the at the end of the September, because it could not take place in the month of July. But in fact, now what the fact of the matter is that if the meeting was set to take place in the month of October, then why the protest turned violent, number one. And in fact, the government sources have clearly mentioned that we are always ready for the talks, number one. Number two, that these all protests are politically motivated with some kind of intention, because these protests, if they were peaceful protests, then how did it turn violent? They were incited by certain kind of speeches that were given by Mr. Sonam Wangchuk, and also
a detailed investigation to find out what actually happened, because talks had been ongoing and then suddenly it takes a violent turn to such an extent that an office is burnt down completely. The police officials also come under attack. This raises several questions on whether it was pre-planned, what led to these violent protests and whatnot. I'll come back to you, Tejshri, for those updates through the day. For now, we're slipping into a very quick break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.